day 3 from my 12-week cycle, and I was thinking that I need to start recording to share my real time experience, reflections, insights, and struggles. And today was all about the struggles.
Wait, let's take a step back to day 0 when I just finished preparation to my first 12-week cycle and had no idea how things will go. This is episode 3 in a series of how to implement 12-week year system, where I share all the steps of this approach and also document how I actually live by it during 12 weeks, so you can have both step-by-step guidance and real-life example. Make sure to watch previous videos in a series where I covered steps 1 and 2, which are creating your life vision and 12-week plan. And of course, subscribe not to miss future videos from this experiment. In this video, I will share all about step 3, which I would call control and reflect. And you also will see how well I managed or not the first 3 weeks. I hope you don't mind my dog snoring on the background. He's so cute. As the authors write, you can create a perfect plan, but you'll never know that unless you complete it. And this is what makes control and reflect an important part of the process. You need to be in control of your plan so you can prioritize it and act on it, and you also need to reflect on your progress so you can adjust when needed. 12-week year system suggests that you control your plan weekly and even daily, and that you reflect on your progress weekly. And of course, it has its own benefits. The more often you look into your plan, the more you remind and kind of direct yourself to focus on your goals and take actions. And with more frequent progress assessment, you can see what is working and what needs to be changed so you can progress more efficiently. In comparison with yearly goal setting, when we at best look into our plan on monthly basis and reflect on the progress only by the year end, 12-week year approach looks more reliable. To ensure control over your 12-week plan and start completing it, authors recommend that you plan your week ahead each Monday or Sunday. Firstly, from your 12-week plan, you need to write down your tasks for the week. And as I was doing that, preparing to week 1, I had my first very interesting insight. When you select not more than 3 goals for your 12-week cycle, and for each goal you define not more than 12 actions, see video about step 2, then it's almost guaranteed that your weekly to-do list will turn to be much shorter than you usually have. Let's be honest, we tend to plan too much for our week and our day. And even before we actually take any actions, we feel stressed out simply by seeing this number of tasks. It definitely was my case because I usually couldn't fit all my tasks for the week in 5-6 bullet points. But here, I suddenly could do it, and it instantly felt as a relief. I really love this idea to focus on less to do more, which is kind of integrated in this 12-week year system. And it also serves as a reminder that we can do it all, but not all at the same time, and that all cannot be a priority. Does this idea resonate with you? Share in the comments how your to-do list usually looks like and how it makes you feel. The next step of this control part is that you need to plan your week in your calendar, booking three different types of time. First one is strategic time, which are minimum 3 hours in the beginning of your week, which you will use for planning your week ahead, reflecting on the past week, and also you can use this time for some strategic actions like learning or researching. Second, you need to book time for actual execution of ongoing tasks from 30 minutes to 2 hours each day. And of course, rest time, minimum 3 hours a week to recharge and reset. So I did all that and my 12-week year has officially started. My first 2 days went easy and perfectly in line with 12-week plan, but then there was day 3 when I had to complete my first bigger task and I faced my first struggle.
My main task for today and maybe even for all week was that I was planning to record the first video for my new YouTube channel. And I was thinking, I was imagining that after I record it, I will start vlogging and I will share something, happy, joyful, saying that, hey, it's only 3 days into 12-week cycle and I already accomplished so much. I even recorded the video already for a YouTube channel. Nope, this is not how it went today. Hi, Usis. Hi. So I did attempt to record the video, but after 2 hours of struggle in front of the camera, I understood that nope, it's not happening today. It kind of feels like a wasted day, which is not true. Obviously, it's not true because I still attempted to record. I learned something in the process. I learned why filming didn't work. It's not wasted time. It's a value time. It's just kind of different outcome that I was expecting, right? When you plan your goals, when you set your goals and you plan actions, how you will achieve your goal, you never know what you might experience, what you might face in the process. It's okay if you try to do something, but you don't complete it actually, because you learn that there is something more that you need to do, maybe a different approach or find some additional piece of information or whatever. It's okay to adjust. It's okay to try again. So I need to rethink my filming strategy and see what I can do differently and try again. So today is day 6 and I'm going to try recording the video again. And yes, seems like raining season is taking over. Day 4, when I did my first attempt, I struggled in front of the camera for 2 hours and I couldn't record more than like, I don't know, 10 sentences or something. Today I recorded all the video in less than 90 minutes. I'm so impressed. And yes, I did change something to my strategy and it worked. It worked so well. I'm so glad. This is really good day. I completed the most important task that I had for this week. Despite this struggle on week 1 that I faced, I still finished it with great feeling of accomplishment and good progress. Week 2 turned to be very different. While my dog is chilling in the park, here's an update from day 9. And today it's actually the first day in those 12 weeks when I feel that I kind of don't manage and I'm falling behind on my tasks and actions, mainly because for this week I have one task which is huge and it is video editing. And yeah, now I see that the time that I kind of estimated for this task will not be enough for me to complete it. I don't know yet how I will manage that. The very first idea that I have, which is not
the best one, I guess. But this is the only one I have right now. It is to give up one of my days off this week. But yeah, this is the situation and this is the challenge. Today, day 10, I woke up exhausted. Because of the sleepless night, again, one of my goals for these 12 weeks was to normalize my sleep routine. And I was thinking that it will be enough if I just go to bed and wake up at the same time each day. Turns out it's absolutely not enough for me because even when I go to sleep feeling tired and really wanting to sleep, the moment when I lay down, my sleep is gone. It's just gone. It's not there. And I'm waiting for it till 3 a.m., 5 a.m., which is absolutely not good. It's not sustainable, neither for my productivity nor for my health, obviously. So I definitely need to review my actions, what else I will do to normalize my sleep routine and I need to find something that will help me to fall asleep as well as will improve my sleep quality. Luckily, today I have my day off, so I'm not stressing out about having a sleepless night. We will go to the beach with my husband and my dog because it seems that today is the last properly warm day, with summer vibes before autumn vibes will take over. So we definitely want to use it and enjoy it. And we are on the beach. And yes, planning my day offs ahead, like 1 week ahead in my calendar, is probably one of the most favorite parts of the process, of course. But to leave all jokes aside, it actually really does a big difference for me because previously I didn't do that. I was deciding on my day offs on the go. I could wake up feeling low energy and just thinking that, okay, today I will have a day off. Or I could do something for half a day and then feel tired and then decide, okay, I will spend the rest of the day just resting and recovering. So it never was like intentional, Now, when I plan it ahead in my calendar, I also am more mindful about my rest. I really think ahead what fun, joyful activities I want to do the most, so I am better prepared. And with that, definitely the quality of my day offs, it's really improved. I really feel that I am recovering, recharging during my day offs more than I was before. Yesterday, day 11, life happened, and my 12-week plan, all the tasks that I had for the day or for this week, it wasn't a priority at all. I needed to deal with different kind of things. But today I'm fully back on board with my plan, with actions and tasks. But yes, this week overall is much harder and more challenging than week 1. I don't feel that I managed this week. Also considering that this week I have much more ad hoc things, something unplanned, what needs to be managed as well. But I still have 3 more days this week, so I'll see how much I can complete. And short update about my sleep routine. So 2 past nights. Before falling asleep, I did meditation and it did help. I did fall asleep faster and easier, but I still woke up during the night. And to be fully honest, I think that for now, to get back on track with my sleep, I probably will also take some sleep supplements. But now, let's get back to work. Day 13, I believe. So today I woke up again quite exhausted because I had bad sleep again. Interestingly, yesterday evening I didn't do meditation.
So I again had troubles falling asleep. And I believe that meditation now is a must for me. Overall, yes, this week is kind of ruined by my low quality sleep. It really affects my energy level, my productivity, and so on. I'm working slower, I'm distracted easier, and as a result, I know today I understand it's not realistic for me to complete in those 2 remaining days for this week all the tasks and actions that I have planned, but still I have 2 days, today and tomorrow, to continue work and do some progress. Today, I agreed to meet with a friend, so obviously, half a day I will have something fun, but this means that definitely tomorrow I will continue working. I will give up my day off. This is what I would say to myself today.
It's okay when things go not as planned. Do the best you can, but remember that some days the best might look like an absolute minimum.
I came back home from meeting with a friend, and then for 2 hours, I was watching some interviews on YouTube. I got distracted. And yes, this is the moment when I need to admit that I am losing this week. I am absolutely off track with the tasks and actions that I planned for this week. But as I said before today, the most important is that I'm not giving up. I want to remain kind to myself. I don't want to criticize myself. I want to say myself thank you for staying on track as much as possible, for not giving up, for moving forward. And this is exactly the main message that I would have from today to you. It is that when things get off road, life happens, you get distracted, you don't feel as productive as maybe you imagined yourself. Stay kind to yourself. Stay kind to yourself. Sometimes we really ask a lot from ourselves. We put for ourselves too high standards. It seems that what we're doing is not enough, we are not productive enough, we are not efficient enough, we are not strong enough, and whatever. But this is the reality. We are humans. We might be sick, weak, with low energy. Stay kind to yourself, whatever happens. Day 14. So today I will not have my day off. I decided that I want to still work on some tasks to be able to make some progress. And I do feel energy for that since yesterday. I actually didn't work at all. And now the question is what I will decide, because I have only today and a list of several tasks that I wasn't able to complete this week, including video editing, video filming. But then I thought, okay, how I make a decision? Because obviously I can choose only one task, which I will address today. And then I thought that actually I will choose the task which brings me the most worry, the tasks where I have the biggest doubts, which basically all the time is on the background of my mind. And it is figuring out my kind of strategy or approach for creating a vlog video. Because the reality of content creator is that now, in the moment when you are watching this video, you already have finished published video to watch. It is already created. But in the moment when I'm filming it right now, I have no idea how that video will turn out, because vlog format is a new format for me. And even though I kind of have some strategy and approach how to do it, I still feel a bit lost and confused. I want to review all the pieces that I already filmed on a daily basis. And then I can see and understand, do they make sense? How they
all together come up in one story. What do I miss for making this video both engaging and also valuable? Because my main purpose is to actually show you all the reflections, struggles, challenges that I face going through this 12-week year challenge in real time. Otherwise, I feel that if I won't do it today, this vlog question will remain keeping me bothering. And I understand that it actually is one of the things that makes me kind of less productive, that takes my focus away and distracts me all the time. Starting week 3 on a high note. First of all, as I was reflecting on the progress of the last week, I found out that I actually worked more hours on week 2 than on week 1, which is surprising because, as you know, I was really worrying that I'm falling behind on my task list last week. Secondly, when I looked to my 12-week plan, I realized that not intentionally, somehow, I created kind of buffer time for myself on week 3 because I didn't plan that much for week 3 specifically. That means that I have all the time that I need this week to finalize those tasks that I wasn't able to finish last week. And I can work on them without stressing out that I am falling way behind on my 12-week plan, which feels great. And again, it's such a relief to find that. And third thing is that I'm so glad that yesterday, from all the tasks that I had on my list, I decided to focus on the task that worries me the most. As I started to work on it, I first of all gained clarity. I understood where I stand with this task. And with that clarity that I gained, I also felt that I'm getting back feeling of control over that task. And I'm so glad and so proud of that decision that I can really give it as an advice. If you have a to-do list where you feel that you are kind of behind, start with the task that makes you the most anxious, because as you will start working on it, you will get back sense of control, and all that energy that you kind of wasted on worrying and overthinking about that task, now you will be able to use on your focus back on your to-do list for actually taking actions and completing your tasks. So this is great beginning of week 3. I feel again motivated, driven, and focused. Before you see unexpected ending of my rather hectic start of this 12-week cycle, let's clarify how to reflect on your weekly progress. Authors suggest to assess your weekly progress in percentage of completed actions. For example, if you have planned 10 different actions and you completed 6 of them, then your progress of this week would be 60%. However, as we know from previous video, there might be actions that you do plan to complete during specific week or by specific date, or there might be actions that you want to repeat regularly, like daily or several times a week. So to make this progress assessment less confusing for myself, I decided to divide those two types of actions and kind of reflect on them separately. For actions that I plan to complete during a specific week, I reflect, as authors suggest, in terms of how many actions are done or not done. If something wasn't completed, then of course I try to think what was the reason. In majority of cases, this reason is that I simply underestimated time needed for completion of this task. But for actions that I want to complete regularly, I created a tracker, and in the end of each week, I then can see how consistent I was with this action during the week. And if I wasn't, then again I try to reflect and see What do I miss to be more consistent? The main idea of this reflect part is that you want to have reliable data on your progress that you can easily compare. The goal of reflect part definitely is not to kind of have this stress over yourself that you always need to complete 100% of the tasks. You just want to have this data that would from one side kind of motivate you to take action and stay on track with your 12-week plan, and from other side will also show you how committed are you. I can honestly say that to me this reflect part is something that I'm learning. Previously I have never actually done it. I simply thought that the only metric of the progress is basically the result. Now I see that, of course, to reflect and assess the actions, not the result, brings a lot of awareness. It is about being very honest with yourself. It might feel a bit uncomfortable, but at the same time, it is so valuable because you also then can clearly see if you are actually moving into the direction of your goals or you're just dreaming about them. And yes, so far I never had 100 completion of my planned tasks. I don't aim for this perfection, but even when I see 50 or 60% result, or when I see how my progress changes from 0 at 1 week to 14% to 29% in the following weeks, I know that I am making progress, and it feels so good, and it also motivates me to take further actions. Share in the comments what idea or thought from this video, from this vlog, resonated with you the most. Or maybe there is something that you disagree with and would do completely differently. There were a lot of learnings for me during those 3 weeks, and I'm working hard to share the most valuable with you. To read your comment would be the biggest support and the biggest thank you for my work.
Today I woke up feeling that I got a flu and I'm starting to get sick. Which is crazy because that would really distract me from my 12-week plan. I don't want that to happen. But as far as I'm feeling okay, I will continue on my 12-week plan. And today I wanted to share how I manage time. I do use strategic time. This is the time block that I usually create in a calendar, either in the beginning of Monday or in the very end of Sunday. And I use mainly this strategic time to reflect on the past week, to plan my next week, and also to reflect and see if any adjustments are needed in my 12-week plan. All of that takes me less than 3 hours. The 3 hours are recommended by the book. And then when it comes to daily planning, I do kind of use time blocking technique for that, but I'm not putting like a very precise time blocks for all my day, for all the things that I have in my day. I know that that wouldn't work for me. I'm not the person who can really live by very precise schedule. However, time blocking does help me a lot to understand for one day ahead how many hours realistically I would have in that day to work on my goals. And when it comes to the rest time, as I already shared, I continue to pre-plan in my calendar 2 rest days for the week. I really try to fill those days with joyful, fun activities for recreation and recharging. However, there is still one thing which is recommended in the book, but which is not working for me. And this is the idea that you need to ensure that the first thing that you do in the day is the most important thing. I find that in real life, it's not possible, it's not realistic. I mean, we all have our lives
filled with so many different things. Some of us have kids, some of us have full-time jobs, that sometimes it's simply not possible to do the most important task first in your day, because you simply need to address other needs, other areas. So instead of kind of stressing out that I'm not doing the most important thing first in the day, I just tried to focus more on finding the time in the day when I will be able to work on my 12-week plan. Let it be 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, whatever time I can find. I still believe that it doesn't matter if you cannot afford more than even 30 minutes a day to work on your goals. But if you still do it consistently and you just stick to your 12-week plan, it will bring the results. So today I have almost all day available for me to work on content creation, and I'm going to continue to edit the video unless I start to feel worse. That's not good.